Beyond the outer limits of human adventure, beyond the barrier of human credibility, fighting the unknown forces and secret terrors science couldn't predict.
There's a monstrous thing aboard this station from the moon. That's what killed Weber.
What kind of a monstrous thing?
Look this way, Doctor. You will understand. Here, Doctor. You are the first of your world to be looking at our solar system, the Astron. This is our planet, Astron Delta.
At the top.
Beyond the outer limits of human adventure, beyond the barrier of human credibility, fighting the unknown forces and secret terrors science couldn't predict.
There's a monstrous thing aboard this station from the moon. That's what killed Weber.
What kind of a monstrous thing?
Look this way, Doctor. You will understand. Here, Doctor. You are the first of your world to be looking at our solar system, the Astron. This is our planet, Astron Delta.
At the top.
Beyond the outer limits of human adventure, beyond the barrier of human credibility, fighting the unknown forces and secret terrors science couldn't predict.
There's a monstrous thing aboard this station from the moon. That's what killed Weber.
What kind of a monstrous thing?
Hello, everybody. What is up? How are you doing? It is Tuesday at 7 p.m., and you know what that means. It is time for some Spectre Vision. We are back. I know I've been a little inconsistent lately. There's been a lot going on this side of the screen, but we're back and doing some streaming. So tonight I have in store, we're going to be doing some Pokemon TCG Live. How's my last 2 weeks been? They've been very busy, very busy work-wise, and just kind of I've been getting kind of burned out a lot lately just from other things, and it's hard sometimes to come home from work and have like energy to muster up to stream. But today we are going to be kicking back, playing some Pokemon TCG, and doing some pack rips later in the stream. Hey, what up, Rain? How you doing? Yeah, so today is the new update for Pokemon TCG Live, where they've released the new cards into the game. I don't know if they're playable yet in the game, but I've been reworking some decks because the rotation is going to be happening in a couple of weeks, where a bunch of cards are going to be phased out, and it's going to be a whole new meta. So I'm kind of going to be testing some of these decks out. So if anybody wants to battle !battle in the chat, we'll get you added to the battle queue. And then, yeah, and then like about halfway through, I haven't decided yet what we're gonna do. I have some packs, some loose packs, including 2 Perfect Order packs. These are the brand new set. They technically don't come out until this weekend. So I don't know if I should open these yet, or I mean, maybe I will. And then I was thinking either doing one of these little mini Pokeball tins, or throwing all that away and just doing a Phantasmal Flames ETB. I don't know. We'll decide. We'll let the fates decide. Maybe I'll put a poll up later. How you doing, Rain? What's new with you? What is new? How are things? You still playing Dead by Daylight? I have not played Dead by Daylight in years. That was one of those games that, like, when it came out, like on launch, I got that game because I thought it was going to be the coolest game ever, and I played it for, I don't know, probably about a year, and then stopped, and then came back to it like 2 or 3 years later and got really into it. That's when we were streaming, and then I never touched it again. Hi, I'm here. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, that's right, we did meet on DBD because you were cheating. You were camping the hook, and you put me on there. That is a running joke that we will never let die. Izzy says, you look good, Londo. I think he's hitting it. Oh, God. Hey, keep it easy. Zach, I see you've changed your name in Twitch again. How you doing, bud? What are you guys up to? Blame the Steve. Stupid Steves, I know. I poured myself a glass of wine. We are drinking I don't know what year this vintage is, but it is a Cabernet Sauvignon. It's literally comes out of a box, so it's not anything fancy. Yeah, drink some wine with me. While you're doing that, let me get the game set up here, and we'll get into it. I'm almost at the top of the ladder for this season, so let's finish that up until we can get some people into the battle queue, where we'll play against viewers. Oh, I got a really cool jean jacket from thrift store on Friday. Oh, nice. You know, that's the cool thing about thrift stores, is sometimes you'll go in there looking for something specific and you'll never find it. But when you go in there with no agenda and you're just kind of looking around to see what they have, that's when you find the coolest shit. Molly would probably attest to that, because she's done a lot of thrifting, and a really pretty dress and a few fancy shirts. Oh, hell yeah, dude! Congrats. So today's question of the day is, what album would you listen to when you were most in your feels? Now, this can be any era of your life. My in my feels albums changed as kind of time went on, but you know, one of those albums that you'd throw on just to kind of like either rage it all out, or something where you just needed to kind of like feel really deeply, or something that you would do that would, you know, make you heal from a breakup or something. What would you guys listen to? All right, so yeah, I think I'm only like 1 win away from getting to the top rank, so let me go ahead and just do that real quick. That way I can be done with the ladder, because the ladder expires in a day and a half, I think. Let's see. So this is against an actual opponent. Sometimes we're getting sweaty. So I've been retooling my Crustal deck. And my Crustal deck was kind of a wall deck. And the way I had it in its form is going to be broken by the rotation that happens in 2 weeks, where a lot of the cards are going to phase out of legality play, or legal play. So I won't be able to use them anymore. And I basically had to start my deck over from scratch. And I think I've got it in a workable state right now. We'll see how well we do with it in the ladder. Not a good draw off the start, though. Just getting the Team Rocket's Articuno. Damn. When this happens, when I don't get a Crustal on my opening hand, I really wish that I started first. Because this guy is using a Fan Rotom, and the Fan Rotom has an ability which allows him to get colorless Pokemon. So he literally is able to set his bench up. And if I went first, I would have hit him with this Team Rocket's Watchtower, which would have blocked his abilities of his colorless Pokemon. Which I can still do. He just has a step ahead of me now. You know, you ever wonder about like vintage clothes or thrift clothes of like what the story was behind them with the previous owners? Was it just somebody who was just getting rid of their supply? Was it someone who like died and those are their clothes? You never know. You can never be too sure. All right, let's get this Crustal up and running. Okay, I'm back. What were you saying about DBD? I was just saying about how like I was really into it when it first came out. In fact, like I thought that was I'm a big horror fan, so I thought it was something that I was going to love, and I played it for like I don't know, a good like 8 months to a year when it very first came out, and then didn't touch it for a while, and then we started streaming, and then that's when I got back into it, and that's when I met you, and then ever since we stopped playing it on stream, I have not played it since. and that was around the time whenever the Crow lady was added to the game. Like she was like the new character. The Crow, was it Crow or something like that? But I still have friends that play every now and then. The thing is, we reached a point in that game where they instantly conceded. Oh, way to go. They just handed me my win, and that takes me to the top of the ladder, I think. Oh, wait, no, I think I'm still one match short. Oh, no, I made it. Okay, cool. Yay, welcome to the Master League. Let's go. They conceded. Yeah, we reached the point in Dead by Daylight where it was getting so sweaty just against people who were just like ultra competitive, and we really weren't having a whole lot of fun anymore with the game, because we would play, I don't know, for hours and like never win or never escape, and it was just getting really, really, really tiresome. And it's kind of hard to just like subject yourself to just getting beat up a lot with no chance of winning. And I think that that's something that can be very frustrating for a lot of players. I saw an interview with a guy who was one of the developers of like one of the Call of Duty games, and he had said that the matchmaking in online gaming is like one of the most important factors to get right when you're developing a game. And they said that they would do this thing where if you were losing a lot, they would put you into easier lobbies to give you a higher chance of success. And then if you were winning a lot, they would put you into harder lobbies so that you could, you know, have a chance to lose. But basically what they wanted to aim for is that in your gaming session, you would go roughly 50%. If they can keep you around 50% of wins to losses, then that is like the perfect kind of scenario to keep you coming back for more and more and more. Yeah, USA, exactly. How's Molly? I miss her. She's doing well. She's back in school, getting her degree in political science. And yeah, so she doesn't stream anymore with me, but she's here in spirit. Hey, Sharky, what's up? How you doing, bud? All right, well, this deck, I mean, I won the first one, even though it was a concession, but let me try it out some more. Now that I've hit the Master Ball League, I can't get knocked back down, so that's fine. Ooh la la, exactly. Yeah, today's question of the day is, what album would you listen to when you were most in your feels? Okay, gotta drive home. I'll be back later. Okay, have a good drive. Depends on what I'm feeling. Okay, yes, that is a good scenario. So, like, when you gotta, like, vent some anger, what would you listen to? When you gotta feel some sadness, what would you listen to? When you're going through, like, a breakup, you know, give us all the iterations. Run the gamut of emotion. Oh, I'm going first. Okay. Ideally, I want to go second with this deck so that I can start with a Crustle and use its attack right away, because its attack allows it to evolve with you skip a turn. So that's the ideal setup for a Crustle. But here we go with this. And Monkey Dory in the front seat is never really good. Wait, let me answer the question today. A really good album that got me through a lot was Sempiternal by Bring Me the Horizon. Ooh. I've only heard a couple of songs of Bring Me the Horizon. They've just popped up on Pandora once or twice for me. But I couldn't really name you any of their songs. Hollywood Undead. Oh, I remember them. They were all the guys that wore a bunch of masks and did like rap rock, right? What happened to those guys? I feel like they had one big song and then that was kind of it, right? They are so good, especially the more experimental stuff. I love that. I love when bands don't stagnate in a style, when they can experiment more. Although sometimes that can be very alienating to a fan base, is if they switch up their style too much. You saw Hollywood Undead at Rockin' Roots. Hell yeah, dude. Just got out of jury duty. Ooh, how was it? Usually jury duty can be no fun, but it is a very important thing. And I think, you know, I know a lot of people think it's a drag to do jury duty. It's actually a very, very important thing in our society, because it's one of the last bastions we have of like equality, you know? And the reason I say that is, if we were to ever find ourselves in front of a judge and a jury, we would hope that the people on that jury are truly our peers and would judge us accordingly. And yeah, it's important to do. So it's one of our true civil liberties that we have left, because Lord knows a lot of those have gone away lately. You love Omar Apollo's album Ivory. So good, but can really get me in the feels when I'm not careful. Ooh, what kind of music is Omar Apollo? I don't think I've heard of them. This is actually going to be a tough matchup for me, because the Crustle deck does really well against EX Pokemon decks, and since this guy is running what I think is Festival Leads, it's all non-EX Pokemon, so that's going to be really tricky. So I have to hope I can get to my Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon, which would shut down his deck. I can't talk about the case, but yeah, I'm not happy. Goodness, yeah. You ever see that movie 12 Angry Men? That is a great movie. It's one of those like classic movies that I think comes from a stage play that they adapted into film, but it's one of the few movies that I love that's all set in one room. It's all set in the jury deliberation room where they're, you know, weighing the facts of a case and all this kind of stuff, right? But yeah, it's a really great movie. If you have not seen it, I highly suggest it. It's kind of an older movie. It's in black and white, but man, is it really good. There's a hard to find remake of it that was made in the early 90s with like Tony Danza and James Gandolfini and I forgot who else was in it. Edward J. Olmos, I think, was in it. All right, so this guy's going to hit me with the freaking festival leads. Oh, this is going to hurt. I need to get my Ogerpon out now. If I want to stand a chance on this match. I have never been. No, I've gone to jury duty a couple times, but I've never been selected into the jury. So yeah, I've gone up and, you know, the other thing where they interview you, they go one by one and they interview everybody, but they did not select me. I wasn't cool enough. Okay, I need to get my freaking Ogerpon. So let's hope I can get that here. We're gonna petrol into... Do I have an Ultra Ball? Let's get the Ultra Ball. We're gonna Ultra Ball away Darkness Energy and Boss's Orders to get the Ogerpon. Here we go. All right, cool. So he cannot do any damage to my Ogerpon from Pokemon that have abilities, and all of his Pokemon in play currently have abilities. So the stall will remain. I've been called to jury duty a few times, and I never get through even the first round, and I want it so bad. Yeah, see, when I got called in, I kind of was hoping I would get picked too, because I kind of wanted it to be like 12 Angry Men, you know? That sounds kind of interesting. There were people that wanted to be in, but they got dismissed. I was like, damn, man. So I think the thing is, when they do the jury selection, they're looking for very specific kind of archetypes. And I think the way that it works is like the defense gets to choose some, the prosecution gets to choose some, and then they can like veto. They have like one or two vetoes that they can veto from each other. And so they're just trying to look for people who may have a higher chance of siding with them. All right, cool. So I am set up in a space right now where I will be able to just stall this game out and win. So I'll let him take some prizes here, and that's fine. I don't mind. There were people that... Oh, I already read that one. So when it comes to, like, albums that would make me in my feels, the band Stained, their album Break the Cycle, which now when I listen to it, it's just so cringy. But at the time, when I was, like, in 6th grade, like, I was like, oh my god, I can feel this guy's trauma. It's so relatable. It was definitely something that I related to at the time. That was a big sad album for me. I got called around the time when the whole Alec Baldwin thing, and I don't know if it was for that case or not, but damn it, I was so determined, and of course, didn't make it past stage 1. Oh man, can you imagine if you were on that case? Ooh. And that case went on for a long time, dude, so that would have been a huge time commitment. And I think technically you can get paid for jury duty, right? But it's only like $50 a day or something. Like, it's nothing substantial. But I think you're legally allowed to miss work for it. Like, you can't be fired from your job for having to go to jury duty. I had gotten called for jury duty right when I was starting my new job, my last new job. And I was like worried that like, oh no, I can't go, and then this jury duty, and you have to like call in the day of to see if they're going to have to show up, and it was just a big pain in the ass. $15 a day plus 32 cents a mile from your house. Holy shit, that is nothing. That's not even enough to like get yourself a lunch. Ah, that's miserable. So Sharky, I know you can't talk about the details of the case, but are you actually like on the jury? Have you been selected? Alright, so what this guy has to do now, his only move now, if he wants to do any kind of damage to me, is get his Badoo in play. And try to just do... He'll do 20 damage because Ogerpon is weak against grass. So he could do that and just slowly chip away at me. What's up from Salt Lake City? Oh, you're in Salt Lake City? What up, dude? That's right, I remember you saying you were going to go to Utah. We were making some Mormon jokes. Oh, shit. Where did he get the real boom from? Was not expecting that. Alright, well, he got me. Oh, he evolved it from the Thwackey. Well done. Alright, I got outplayed on that one. What time is it in Utah? Are they in the same time zone as us, or are they an hour behind? I always wondered. Same time, okay. I know, like, Arizona is part of the year in the same time zone as us, and then other times they're not, whenever we switch to daylight saving, which I fucking hate. I think daylight saving time is so stupid. Why do we still do it? Like, who is that for? And don't say farmers, because I think farmers hate it. Not sure it's the first day of Terraz's selection. Oh, okay, well, good luck to you then. Hopefully you get whatever outcome you were hoping for, whether to be selected or not. Alright, so far I'm 2-1 with this new deck. Let's see if I can do it again. And then rotation is in a week or two? I don't remember. Do you remember, Mineral Researcher? Do you remember when rotation is? Like the exact date? For TCG Live, it's Friday. Oh, okay. Yeah. In fact, I think the new update right now, that was today, like they added the new cards to the game. So I think I can finally scan my code cards. And I have 2 Perfect Order packs still left from pre-release that I'm going to open tonight. Oh, this guy's taking a bunch of mulligans. All right, looks like I'm going up against the Meganium. They probably have the Mega Meganium. Okay, I think I have a good chance here. The problem is I went first, and going first sucks. Because there's a chance that he can donk me here. Which Pokemon can you relate to most? You know, I asked that question on the stream of like which Pokemon people thought I was most related to or gave the most vibes of, and people said Lapras for some reason. Now, I am a water sign, so maybe that has something to do with that. But yeah, I would not have thought that I would be a Lapras. But I kind of get it. Shit. Okay, well, I don't have what I need here. I need another Pokemon. So I'm just gonna... Hey, Nate! 6 Twitch babies! Baby! What up, Nate? Alright, give me a second to finish this round out, because I'm playing again on the ladder. So I want to make sure that I don't just time out. Fuck, dude, I didn't get... I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna get donked because I don't have another Pokemon to play. And he's gonna kill my Monkey Dory. If he can one-shot my Monkey Dory here, it's all over. Oh, shit, there's the Bayleaf. Okay, good. He didn't have it. Alright, I need to get another Pokemon in play. Son of a bitch. Okay, that's not good. Let's Roto Stick. Nothing. Pokegear, give me something. Give me something here. Gotta play the Judge, which is gonna help him out, but I need another fucking Pokemon. Ooh, Lapras is pretty badass. I don't know, though. Lapras gives more feminine energy to me. I'm gonna research and see which one I choose. Okay. Let me know what you come up with. Bro, I did not get anything. This is lame. I could not get a single other Pokemon. He's totally gonna donk me. Does he have the evolution? Oh, he does. It's over. Fuck. Okay. Lame. Boo. Why is he doing all this bullshit? He already has it, dude. Like, you fucking have it. I hate when they do this shit where they try to stall. Alright, let's feed this cat. Listen up for the crunch. That's a good crunch.
Feed that cat! Feed that cat! Feed that cat! Feed that cat! Give him some food!
Thank you so much, guys. How you doing? How was your vacation? Tell us all about it. I saw you got a new tattoo and you put it in the Discord. Pretty awesome. It's the Alolan Raichu, and you got that on your arm. That's freaking awesome. Zach is just bragging because he gives such Marshadow energy. We can't all be mythicals. Izzy, I would say maybe you're kind of like, you give off some like Wobbuffet energy.
Wobbuffet! Wobbuffet! Wobbuffet!
Hello, Stream. Missed you. We missed you too, dude. Tattoo number 25. Holy shit, you have 25 tattoos? That's crazy. I give off big man Blastoise energy.
Big man Blastoise, big man Blastoise, big man Blastoise.
I don't have any tattoos. I used to tell you, I don't know if you can see it, but I have a birthmark or a mole, like right, is it right here? Or is it on this side? I don't remember which side it's on. I have a little birthmark, and I would tell people that was a tattoo. I got a Marilyn Monroe tattoo. Blastoise is already on my short list. Hell yeah. All right, y'all. Exclamation battle in the chat if you want to get added to the battle queue. Don't forget. And don't forget the question of the day, too. It's quite emotional. It's an emotional one. But yeah, tell us about your trip, dude. That's not true. He has my name tattooed on my butt. That's misleading because it's not the name Molly. It just is the words "my name" on my butt. The battle goes at the front. Researcher. The exclamation goes at the front of the battle. Yeah, so it's exclamation battle. Does he have your Christian or pagan name? Full legal name? There were 10 people on the trip. We stayed in a hotel across the street from an Irish pub for St. Patrick's. Heck yeah, dude. Oh yeah, St. Patrick's. I didn't celebrate. Oh, you know what? Sorry, I forgot to open the queue. That would help. Okay, now you can do it. Now you can do it. Sorry. That one was on me. That one was on me. Yeah, I don't think... I can't remember the last time I celebrated St. Paddy's Day. Because I was really, really drunk. It sounds cool in theory, but it was loud. Oh. All right, researcher. This is a new deck I'm trying out, man. Let's see how it goes. I'm trying to rework it for competition because my Team Rocket deck has not been performing well. Oh, hail the Satanic Queen. Your satanic name cannot be spelled with human symbols. It's written in Chinese. You have no chance against this deck? I mean, you might. Okay, well, we could run it back after this one if it's too one-sided. Oh no, not new deck 18. Did any of you guys used to play Unreal Tournament, the original Unreal Tournament game? There used to be a map called Deck 16? I freaking love that map. It was like one of my favorite maps. Let's see what you're using. Are you doing the Eevee box deck? I'm ready for a rotation, man. I've been like slowly retooling a bunch of my decks for them. I don't think I'm gonna retool all of my decks, but just like my main like 2 competitive decks. Give my son a kiss. He needs one. I just gave him 2 treats. He's gonna take a little nap, but I will give him a kiss in a little bit. Yeah. More kisses. Ooh, look at that Ends Plan. I have not seen this card before. That's pretty. You have your decks like super blinged out. So we're going to be taking a trip to Canada soon. And one of the things we're going to do is we're talking about going to medieval times. And I think we should make posters that says, "Kiss him." Pretty, and I need it for my husband collection. What is that card worth in IRL? I'm curious. You've got the teal the Wellspring Mask. It was that ends card. What was it? Ends something. This one, Ends Plan. That is a really pretty card. Look at that. It's probably hella expensive. Let me see. I'm gonna Google it. Oops, wrong website. TCG Player. Okay. Ends Plan. Yeah, if anybody else wants to get in on the battle queue, exclamation battle in the chat, and you will be added to that. So, okay, so the Ends Plan card, that SIR is market price right now, $58.32. So, pretty hefty. Pretty hefty. It ain't cheap, that's for sure. Well, man, you might have a chance here if I can't draw into a Crustle. Yeah, he's a pretty pricey bitch. He's a pretty pricey bitch. Yeah, this might be. I might donk out here, dude. How'd you get that torrential pump in turn 2? That is wild. What can I do here? Yeah, that is wild. It is very heavy with no knockdown either. I know. Did you draw into the crystal or did you have to search it? Fuck. What can I do here? Well, first let's move some damage off. Okay, so you had a really good draw into it then. This is gonna help you, this judge. Fuck! Yep, you got it, man. I think you just got it. Here, you can beat up on the side duck. I mean, you still have to get the energy for it, but if you have a Crispin, If you can get a Crispin, it's game over. Oh, you couldn't get it. Okay. All right, well, I get another turn then, I guess. But I can't retreat, which is not good either. Damn it, man. Still not getting what I need. You got it? Yeah, the energy? Yeah, all you need is one water energy and you've got it. GG's, dude. Yeah, that was tough for me. That torrential pump on turn 2 really just put me behind. And then at that point, I couldn't gain any ground, and not drawing into a Dwebble. I still think you can tech around the Crustle. You have the Rotom, you have the Rotom and the Noctowls, so those would be how you would tech it, or the. I guess you couldn't do the Eevee, huh? Yeah, the Rotom would have to be the way to go, and because the luxurious cape has rotated out, I don't have an ability to get multiple hits off on the. I can't absorb multiple hits with the Crustle. 3 can't. Oh, it is technically 3. That's right. You choose your prizes? You want to run it again? Let's do it again. Let's do it again. I also run in here, I run a Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. Just in case. And I saw a build where somebody was doing this with a Team Rocket's Articuno, which I had for Alakazam matchups, which works really well against that. And then they were also running the Fezandipity from Surging Sparks, I think it's from, or no, from Prismatic Evolutions, the non-EX Fezandipity. But I could not figure out why this guy was running 2 in this deck. I'm like, why would you put 2 Fezandipity? If it has a Darkness Energy attached, your opponent has to flip a coin in order to have an attack succeed on it. But it has such low HP that, like, if it does succeed, it's going to get knocked out. And apart from that, you can't really do anything else with it. You can put Psychic Energy on it and use it as a Psychic attacker, but it's still a big investment. Like, it's not a natural wall in the way that I think this guy was thinking that it was. Okay, this is definitely a different starting setup than I had on the last one. But you are going second, so that is tricky. Let's do this. Get the monkey down. All right, if you can get an attack off right now and one shot the Dwebble, then that might be that might be in the same boat. You might just be too fast with your deck for me to keep up. That's the thing about the Crustle decks. Like, I have not seen a Crustle deck build that's fast. Typically, they're usually slow build kind of decks, and that's kind of the point of them. Is they're like slow walls. But once you get set up, it basically just shuts out your opponent. But getting to that ideal state is sometimes really tricky. I need a good like 2 or 3 turns to get there. Or I need to start second and have an energy. Man, the only time I really like going first is if I can draw into a Team Rocket's watchtower, because that would have shut down your first turn for sure. But that's something that's a rare kind of like lucky occurrence. Do you lose anything in this deck for rotation? I don't think you do. Crap. the Rotom one hitter. Nice. Okay, so you got it good then. There's that Ogerpon. Yeah, dude, this deck is pretty good, and it seems to be pretty consistent, too. I think you've got it in a really, really good state right now. Rough start. Damn, and I might be in the same kind of situation I was last time. See, I just needed to survive one turn and I couldn't do it. There's the Noctowl. Do you have enough to get the Donk here is the question. Y'all, if anybody else would like to battle, exclamation battle in the chat will be added, and you will be added to the battle queue. Maybe I need to add some more Buddy Poffins or something, just so I can get multiple Dwebbles up. And say you're too jet lagged to battle? Of course. Oh yeah, you guys just flew in today, right? And boy, are your arms tired. Ooh, I have not seen that Flareon before. These are all like the fancy ones of Prismatic that we never pull. Man, I wasn't familiar with some of the newer Pokemon, but I'm learning so much doing this research. Are you? Like which ones? Yesterday, but our arms are still sore. Like Garbodor is just a bag of yes, dude. Garbodor is crazy. Dang, dude, twice you beat me with a donk. Donked it up. There you go. Take that 20 damage. Something to think about. Yeah, Trubbish and Garbodor, they're just like trash bags. They're actually really fun in the TCG. One of them does damage for how many tools you have in your discard pile. Like literally in your trash, it does more damage by how many tools you have in there. Yesterday, 9 p.m. flight became an 11 p.m. flight. Oof, were the airports crazy? You got lucky. You're a trash bag. I'm the trash man. I come out on the ring and I throw trash. Start eating trash. Yeah, I totally got dunked. Okay, Question, gang. So, actually, Ghosty, if you wouldn't mind setting up a poll, a question for the crowd here. So, in about 15 minutes, we'll switch things up a bit and do some pack rips. Now, I have a couple of leftover packs from the last tournament. So, I've got 2 Perfect Order packs, which are the new set that releases today, I think. Was the official Street Day, or is it later this week? And then, I don't remember what these ones came in, but I have 2 Surging Sparks and a Journey Together. Or, I could do those and a Repeat Ball. Or, I could do, instead, a Phantasmal Flames ETB. So I'm going to let you all decide. If you can create a poll on what should we do today. Should we do the packs and the ball, or the ETB? Look at what the trash man dragged in. Oh, you didn't see Molly in there earlier? Tiny Little Prince. Tiny Little Prince. You know what that reminds me of? I think it was, I want to say it was Sesame Street, but they had like a little segment of Teeny Little Super Guy. Do you remember Teeny Little Super Guy? Teeny Little Super Guy. And it was like this little mini guy who lived in a cupboard, and they would do these little shorts. I don't remember more about it, but I just remember Teeny Little Super Guy. Packs and ball. Okay, the poll is up in the chat. Place your votes. Oh, so if we do the packs, I'm going to do the packs and the ball. That's roughly the same number of packs as would be in an ETB. It's okay. We'll combine the votes for them, for those 2. Airport wasn't that bad. It was just a late flight. Didn't get back to the main line until like 6 a.m. the next day. Oh, wow. How long is the flight to Hawaii? Just combine the points. Yeah, we'll just combine the points. We'll mash the votes together. It's ranked choice voting. Hawaii is a 5 to 6 hour flight. That's actually not too bad. That's not too bad. I feel like it could be a lot worse. Then another 2 hours from LAX. Oh, so you had to take 2 flights. Whenever I flew out to Maryland, it was like 2 hours to Dallas, or 2.5 hours to Dallas, and then 3 hours to Maryland. So like all in all, it was like 5 or 6 hours journey, but because it was broken up, it was not too bad. Yeah, we got to get our flight tickets for Canada. In fact, Zach, tomorrow, if you guys are free, let's jump on a Discord call and we'll like work out all the logistics of it. Yeah, the breaks definitely help, especially if the airport that you have a layover in has a Chili's. Then you can have a couple drinks, get some Southwest egg rolls, and then now we're talking. Say what you will, Chili's has always been there for us, man. It's always been there for us. Still leveling jealous about your trip. I hope you guys have a wonderful time. I hope we do too. I hope we do too. Heading back to your home and native land, eh? Our home and native land. All right, looks like the packs and the Pokeball have won the poll. So that's what we'll do today. We'll save the ETB for another day, for a rainy day. Also, researcher, I just sent you another challenge, just in case you. Let's see, have I gotten any good like rips lately? Not really. Haven't gotten anything new that's worth a damn. Actually, I've had some bad luck in pack rips lately. Nothing too fancy. The other day we went, researcher and I went to a local tournament, and he and I were the only people who showed up to play. So they just gave us like a couple of packs and they're like, here you go, here's your prizes. But we had some Prismatic Evolution booster bundles, and you got a pretty good booster bundle. You had like what, 4 Pokeball pulls in there, and I don't think I got anything. I think the only thing I got was like a regular EX like Flareon or something. It was at the new place, and I was surprised that nobody showed up for it. But it was also a lot of the people, like the regulars, were in Houston for the regionals, so maybe that's why. 2 Evolution Pokeballs and an Eevee Master Ball. That's right. Yeah, that's pretty solid, man. That's pretty solid. I have had some really bad luck when it comes to... Am I going first or second? Hold on, let me see. Okay, I'm going second. When it comes to Prismatic Evolutions, man, Oh shit, this guy's running the Ethan's Typhlosion. Fuck. This is a really tough matchup for this deck because he's a single prizer and he is fire. So I don't know if I have a pivot here. I think I just have to outrace him. I think that's what it comes down to. Oh, show us the game. Shit, sorry. My bad. Stop yelling at me. Stop yelling at me. Sorry, gang. Sorry.
Fine, I'll just go sit at my desk and be quiet. Sorry I annoyed you with my friendship.
Hey, the sound alerts are working again. Remember they weren't working for a while? So that's good. Yeah, I think the only thing I can do is try to outrace this guy with this deck. That's the only way I can win this matchup because I don't have any kind of favorable... I can maybe use the Articuno. But he can one-shot my Articunos as easily as I can one-shot his Typhlosions. I'm sorry, gang. It's been a while since I've streamed. Since I last stromed, it's been a while, so I'm like, you kind of like... You get out of practice.
Whopper, junior, double, triple, Whopper, flame grill taste with perfect toppers. I rule this day and BK. Have it your way.
I forgot I had that one on there. Oh, the Whopper one. Good times, gang. Nailed it. Oh, we have a Tynamo in the chat too, gang. What can I do here? I think I'm gonna play the Roto Stick. All right, not bad. We'll do the Morty. I'll dump one of these bosses because I don't think I need 4 bosses in this matchup. Can I do a Psyduck pivot? I could. It'll only do 40 damage to him. Fuck, I don't know what the matchup is here, gang. That made you LOL. Stromed. When I last stromed. When I was stroming off the other day. There's a Pokemon that's just a sandcastle? You're joking. Oh, dude. I actually hate that Pokemon. The Sandygast. Or the Palisand. There's like 2 of them, right? This is bad stream. So there's like a whole generation of Pokemon. I think I've explained this before. There's a whole generation of Pokemon that are just like based off of like everyday household items. And I know it sounds super silly, right? But there's a Japanese like folk tale that whenever items are passed down from generation to generation long enough over time, that they tend to take on personalities or souls. And I think that those Pokemon of that generation are inspired by that. That's why there's specifically like household items. I'll fight you. Yeah, I can't even do enough damage to this guy. He's gonna one-shot me right here. It does. It evolves into a slightly bigger sandcastle. That makes it better for... Yeah, so that's why... That's where you get, like, Klefki and, like, Chandelure and... What are some of the other ones that are just... I think Yamask was from that one, too. Yamask. Animism, bitch. Oh, yeah, the Poltegeist. Bruxish is me after I get ready to go. Bruxish. Okay, I need to Google a picture of Bruxish. Oh my god, it's so cunty. I love it. Well, the new water starter in the new game is like kind of, it's like a sassy salamander, as if we needed another one of those. All right, let me show you guys. This is what Zach is talking about. This is the Bruxish. It's silly, isn't it? Oh, it was sideways? Did I do it wrong again? Damn it. I did the wrong one, didn't I? Sorry, I did the wrong camera. I meant to do this one. Sorry, I told you guys, it's been a long time. I'm just kind of nervous because I like you so much. Your camera will go crazy, go stupid. All right, I'm gonna go after this guy with my Psyduck. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go after him with my Psyduck. I'm gonna get at least one knockout on this dude with my Psyduck. All right, so in about after this match, we'll switch things over. We'll do some pack rips, gang. Well, researcher, you got any notes for me for my Crustle deck? I mean, from what you've seen of it so far, I'm trying to get it there to a point where it can be competitive again. But you dunked me out twice, so I don't really know how much viability there is in that. Senpai's never gonna notice you at best, right? I know, right? Go easy on me, Step Senpai. There's a Pokemon called Guzzlord. The porno writes itself. Wasn't that your nickname in high school, Zach? Guzzlord? I think I read somewhere that it was. I mean, for me, you need to have some more bench Pokemon. Okay, yeah, that's... Maybe. Maybe. You're making so many important discoveries, my tiny leash. You survive until Crustle is running, and it's GG for decks like mine. So, okay, one of the things I did with the net deck that I took of that Crustle build is he had two Buddy Poffins. I took two of them out, so maybe I should put it back in, the Buddy Poffins, just so I can get the problem is, without an Arven, there's no effective way to really get item searching, and all I have is one Petrel in the deck, so maybe that's a problem. Okay, let me get my playmat out and let's rip some packs, gang. What do you say? Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Ooh, I actually have a new playmat I'm going to show you. This just came in the other day. Ironically, the day on Saturday, the day we had the tournament, but I didn't get the packages until after the tournament was over. Let me get it lined up here. My camera in place. This matchup is cursed. I know, right? I was kind of just... I could just keep loading the bench and let him just, you know, knock me out, but like I had nothing to hit him with. Okay, you ready for this? You ready for this new playmat, gang? Check this out. How awesome is this? It is the Last Supper, but it's all of the legendary Pokemon. Or not all of them, but like a good handful of them. Like we don't have the legendary beasts, we don't have the legendary birds, but it's like a lot of like the mythical Pokemon, I guess. Arceus getting ready to get raw dog on the Last Supper table. Which one is Judas? Which one is the Judas one? Is it this guy? Is it the Palkia? That's Palkia, right? Yeah, that's Palkia. That's Dialga. Can someone delete that one? Too late. You've said what you've said. You've shit your bed and now you got to sleep in it. As I say. Jesus Ghost. Darkrai is like, pass the wine. Yeah, Darkrai is here ready to party. You pictured it too. I am a little disappointed though. The print on it is not as high resolution as I would have hoped for it, and the Mewtwo is like slightly off model. He looks kind of weird, doesn't he? He's like too like elongated, like he's too tall. And I guess the scale of all of them is wrong too, because Arceus is big, and so is like Dialga. Like, I mean Palkia and Dialga, they're massive. And like Groudon's like smaller than the Mewtwo. That doesn't make sense. Okay. So what we've got today. Mew didn't get the invite. I know, what the fuck? Where's Mew? Mew's under the table. Oh, Mew was drawing the picture, right? Also, like, there's something that bothers me about the Last Supper. Why would they reserve a table, but all sit on one side of the table? Like, that's fucking rude. And for anybody who's ever worked in food service, like if somebody said, yeah, can you just make a table for, I don't know, for 26, but we're all going to sit on one side of the table. I'd be like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? And I guess Leonardo was there too, right? Leonardo da Vinci, because he's the one who drew it. So he was there, and he's always excluded from the Last Supper. Somebody had to sit there and paint them while they were sitting there. So the question of the day is, what album would you listen to when you were most in your feels? And those feels could be anything. They could be happy feels, they could be sad feels, they could be breakup feels, they could be aggression feels. So let's start with the Pokeball. Actually, this is a repeat ball. So I got these at Costco. They were on sale. They had an online drop. I was able to pick some up. You're a Man Now, Boy by Rally Ritchie. I have no idea who that is. Man, all you guys have named artists, and I don't recognize a single one of them. I think I'm out of touch with music today. Did you see the TikTok of the guy who thought of Jesus's Pokemon team? He rocked it. No, what is his roster? Beatles, Rubber Soul. Oh, Beatles. You know, I've gone on this rant before, but I am not a big Beatles fan. There are some songs of theirs that I like. Like I really love Eleanor Rigby, and I know that's kind of like cliche to say. But I do feel like a lot of their music is kind of samey. And while they do have some classic songs, they have a lot of really shitty songs too. Like that are just like, what am I listening to? There's one time I went over to a friend's house in college and we were playing some beer pong and, you know, hanging out, right? And he's like, hey, I got the new like rare release of the Beatles compilation collection, B-side collection, volume 3 or whatever, right? And so we're listening to it and I'm like, this is kind of bad. Like none of these songs are good. He was like, Dogsman, obviously because his body is made of bread. Aww. That is, yep. Yeah, I could see Jesus having Dogspun. You'd recognize Rowley Ritchie if you saw him. He played Grey Worm from Game of Thrones. And then also Arboliva because he's just an olive tree, and then Suicune because he also walks on water. Oh my god! So they really like they dive into the lore of Jesus's like abilities. So he probably would have like a what's his name? Not Conkeldurr, but what does he evolve from? Girder. What's the first stage of a Conkeldurr? So something Girder and then Conkeldurr. I should know this. I ran that deck for a long time. But he's like a carpenter. It's okay, I forget. All right, so in here we got Destin Rivals pack, a Journey Together pack, and Surging Sparks. Hey, cool. What do you know? And some stickers. We have the Beware and the Mawile. Oh yeah, he mentioned the Carpenter Pokemon too. Yeah, what's his name? Damn it, I'm gonna have to pull that deck off my shelf and look. Damn it. I need to know now. I need closure on this anecdote. Timber. That's the one. Timber. See, he's a little carpenter. So yes, Jesus would have a timber. Okay, let's rip some packs. Sorry, I've been stalling. So we'll start with the pack that we have the most of, which is a Journey Together. Actually, I have a Journey Together and Surging Sparks the same amount. So let me just mix these up a bit. Oh, I have a Destined Rival too. We'll start with the Destined Rival. It's the unique one. There we go. Timber. Thank you. Yeah, it took me a while to think of his name. It was just funny because I ran a Timber, Girder, Conkeldurr deck in competitive play for a while. Although it never really performed as well as I hoped it would. I did much better with it on TCG Live than I did at locals. I think it's because on TCG Live there's a lot of people who just play whatever the hot meta deck is at the time, and so it performed really well against like the Mega Kangaskhan's and Mega Lopunnies, but nobody at our locals was really running those decks. All right, we got Team Rocket's Ekans, Rellor, Real lore? I have really no lore. Minky! I want a really good Annihilate card. There has not been a good Annihilate card. Team Rocket's Rattata? How do you pronounce this Pokemon's name? That the fan base is divided. Some people say Rattata. Some people say Rattata. Some say Rattata. How do you say it? Energy Recycler. Ooh, this is actually a good card. Shuffle up to 5 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. So you say Rattata. That's how I say it too. But I have been known to mispronounce Pokemon names very frequently. In fact, sometimes people make fun of me because of how I say them. Because I say Rotom instead of Rotom. Barraskewda. Ooh, Barraskewda. I don't think I have this card before. I don't think I've seen this one. My brother and I always say Rattata. Rattata? Like frittatas? Rattata? Or Rattata. Ooh, Reverse Hollow Ethan's Quilava. I retooled my Ethan's deck, but I don't know if it's rotation proof. I should double check it. You dunk on my sentient sandcastle, I'll dunk on your pronunciation. Fair enough, fair. Oh, yay! First pack magic, gang! We have an illustrated rare. I think it's the Spide Ups. I think I spied it. No! Oh! Oh, we got the meows!
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Look at that! Oh, that's so cute! Ah! Unless it's mind-blowingly correct, like delivered. Yes, although I think that is more of like a retroactive pronunciation. I don't know if that's what they intended for, but look at this little guy. Oh, that's so cute. Look at Giovanni in the back. I love Team Rocket, so anything with like Team Rocket people is always kind of cool. Little chibi Giovanni in the background being like, look at my stupid little cat. I love him. Can I get a price check on this? This is just an illustrated rare. It's on an SIR. And it's only a 1 rarity star, or whatever that means. It's just rare, right? And Team Rocket's Articuno. Let me get my Rip Buddy. Wait, is Meowth a cat or the man? It's both. He was a man that was turned into a cat. That's why he can talk. $28? Are you kidding me? No. For this, it's not even that rare. $28? Retirement, here we come. Let's go. Wow, I would not have guessed that this would be a $28 card. It doesn't seem that rare. We're going to Chili's tonight. Let's fucking go. Mark's on me, baby. It's just a tragedy because I don't like tequila, so like I don't really drink margaritas. But Chili's is kind of like the spot for millennials now. I wish I liked margaritas. The $5 marg of the month or whatever that they do. Actually, we haven't been to Chili's in a long time. We should go to Chili's again. All right, next we got Surging Sparks. Surging Sparks has been notoriously bad for me. In fact, Scraggle and I have a running joke where between us, we've probably maybe opened 100 Surging Sparks packs and have only ever pulled like 1 EX card out of it. We're going Presidente margaritas for the table. We'll get a triple dipper. Or what do they call it? 3 for me or whatever? The 3 for me combo. They actually have pretty decent burgers too. And like, you know what's funny? the price of like the smash burger and an appetizer and a drink at Chili's is the same price as like a Big Mac meal at McDonald's, and the quality is so much better at Chili's. And I'm not saying that Chili's is like some fantastic quality dining, food, but like it's definitely better quality than like McDonald's or fast food. Okay, go feed them dogs. Darulodon. Meryl. Oh, Meryl's cute. The old Peekaboo. Drillbur. I hardly know Blur. Quaxley. Izzy, this was the starter that you chose in Pokemon Violet, right? I think Quaxley is pretty cute, but it grows into an abomination. It evolves into like the weirdest, like I hate the oh, whatever his name is. Izzy said yes, and he hated it. Yeah. And I used to hate it just by its design until I saw it in the game in action, and like it just sits there and like does this little like dance in its idle animation, and I just hate everything about it. Ninetales. I love a good Gen 1 Pokemon. Call Bell. You can use this card only if you go second and only during your first turn. Search your deck for a supported card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Very specific use case item card. Quackaval. Oh, God, there he is. There he is. So this photo, not as bad as some of the other ones, but one of the things that I really hate about him is his legs. So he has, you can't really see it in this picture, but he has like bell bottom, but they're like his legs and his feathers. I don't know. Everything about it just gives me the ick. Ooh, Rotom. Reverse Hollow. It's not the one that has the does more damage for how many tools attached. That one's really cool. The sassy fan Pokemon, and I can say that my boyfriend is gay. Exactly. Goldengo. Oh, I'm so glad that the Goldengo EX is rotating out, because fuck that deck. I hate it. I've only beat it a handful of times, but it is a rough matchup. And the Zarude. Zarude! I love this little dispenser here to put the sleeves on. It's so handy. Keep my top loaders and my sleeves handy. All right, next we got Journey Together. This is currently the cheapest set that you'll find out in the wild. I don't know why, but it did not take off the way that a lot of other sets do. I don't really know what determines the market for Pokemon cards. Like, how do people know? Is it just because there's just some big chase card that everybody's trying to get? If there's a Charizard in it, then it's going to be a big set. It's going to be a popular set. Basic Energy. Yeah, okay, so I guess it's the top chase card, and then however many big chase cards there are. Charizard, Pikachu, Gengar, etc. I guess that makes sense. It's the popularity of them. I wonder if those Pokemon would be as popular if they didn't just force feed us those Pokemon all the time in every set. Like, would Charizard be as popular if there wasn't a Charizard in every freaking set? There wasn't a Pikachu promo every single time a new set comes out? Dunsparce. Impidimp. Pelipper. Greedent. Regice. Or is it Regiki? Ends Clang, Reverse Hollow. You love Regice? Regice? Icicle and Blizzard. This attack also does 90 damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. 10 damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Hey, that's kind of cool. The big energy cost, though. Yes, he's a giant ice crystal. Noibat. I like the Noivern. Noivern is pretty cool. Ice is actually hexagonal in crystal form, too. Oh, really? If anybody would know that, it would be you, because you are a mineral guy. Ludicolo. I like he's got a little sombrero. And he evolves from Lombre. Little Ombre. Little Ombre. You gotta appreciate the Mexican coded Pokemon. Is that why your snowflakes look like that? Do you ever used to do that thing where you like fold up paper and then cut it and then make a little snowflake decoration? Ludicolo, Ludicolo is la raza. Can we start calling him Ludicolo now? Snowflakes show hexagonal symmetry because ice. Oh. I guess that makes a lot of sense. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but yeah, that makes a lot of sense. See, you guys are learning something here on Spectrovision. Same with Hawlucha. Oh, I love Hawlucha. That new Mega Hawlucha, man, is cool. That reminds me, I need to start playing that new Pokemon game. I have not started playing it yet. I started it and then like didn't get very far and then went back to Scarlet Violet. The battle system is something to get used to, like the real-time battles. I don't know how much I like that. Sandygast. Hey, there you go, Zach. Speaking of your favorite Pokemon. Zvylos. There's that same Rotom that I got the reverse of. Togepi. And apparently Rayquaza is also Mexican. He's designed after the Aztec god Quetzalcoatl. That makes sense. And I think Ho-Oh is kind of Mexican too, because it looks like the bird on the Mexican flag. Cyrano. This guy's so cool. Look at him. He's just a cool dude. And he's actually kind of a useful card too. Search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon EX, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Very useful if you're running multi-stage evolution lines in your deck, so you can like get them all evolved at once. Meowstic. You must discard a Chill Teaser Toy card from your hand in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to your active spot. That's a very strange ability. Pasho Berry. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is damaged by an attack from your opponent's water Pokemon, it takes 60 less damage. Chill Teaser Toy. Yeah, just wait till you see it. It's the French Tickler, man. That's what it is. Delmise. For some reason, his name reminds me. Isn't there like a dandruff shampoo called Delmise? I could have swore that there's one called Delmise. Graplocked. That's kind of cool. I like the look of a Graplocked. He evolves from a Clobopus. And Cofagrigus. I feel like I've pulled this card a lot. That is the card I've pulled the most of in Surging Sparks, I think. It's the Cofagrigus. Oh, nobody got the Litwick? Law of the Underworld is interesting. right, so far the big hit is the Meowth. Which, what did we say that was? Like 28 bucks? 38 bucks? All right, next we have another Journey Together pack. Law of the Underworld. Put 6 damage counters on each Pokemon that has an ability. Oh, that is kind of sick. Hey, Treehouse, what's up? That is kind of a good ability. Put 6 damage counters on each Pokemon that has an ability, both yours and your opponent's. It's like a Frostlass on steroids, but it is a stage 1 and it's an attack. But dang, that could be useful, especially against that deck, because someone's probably running Frostlasses and Monkey Dories and all kinds of that bullshit, right? Just to be able to just throw a bunch of damage around. That's... I've never seen anybody actually play this card. Especially in GLC. Yeah, I'm curious if that would be... how useful that would be. How you doing, Treehouse? What's new? Oh, I like your icon. The 30th anniversary icon. That's cool. GLC meaning Gym Leader Challenge, for those that do not know. Oh, I want to find a way to get... to figure out how to do raid battling in the cards. Like, there's a way to do it, but it's kind of... it requires a lot of stuff. But I want to do it because I feel like that would be a fun, like, cooperative play style. Oh, Rockruff. I love Rockruff. Look how cute he is. He's definitely one of the cutest, like, basic Pokemon, I think. So do you say Caterpie or Caterpie? Yes, it's a separate format from Standard. Exactly. But it seems like that would be fun to play, though. Magmar. Hops's Wooloo. So the Hops's Trevenant that comes out in, I think it's in perfect order, is supposed to make the Hops's decks kind of pop off a little bit better, too. So I wonder if we're going to see, like, a resurgence in the Hops's decks. It never really climbed to, like, the top of the meta. It was always somewhere in, like, the lower third, I think, of, you know, like, the top 20 decks. Hops's Corviknight. You hope not. Spiky Energy. I use this in my Crustle deck. So whenever your opponent attacks you and they do damage, they take 2 damage counters back. Wailord. Like, what an impractical Pokemon to have, like, just in the reality of Pokemon. Like, if this was your Pokemon, you really can only use him outside in the water somewhere. You know, you can just, like, have him, like, join you in a building or something. You can take this Pokemon to school. Giant freaking whale. Hello, hi, hey. Iris's Fighting Spirit. You can use this card only if you discard another card from your hand. Draw cards until you have 6 in your hand. And, like, big water. Yeah, you need, like, the ocean there. And a Hops's Dubwool. All right, we got a lot of Hops cards in this pack. Hops's Dubwool ability, Defiant Horn. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may switch in your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. And then Headbutt for 80. Now, by itself, Headbutt for 80 does not do well, but when you pair it up with, like, what's the Hops's Stadium card that allows you to do extra damage? That helps it, and then the Snorlax also adds extra damage too. Hop is such a sweet boy. Wait, let me sound more like a grandma. Such a sweet young man. Snorlax Postwick headband. There you go. Hops's headbang, Hops's Snorlax, Hops's Postwick. Those are all the ones that help augment the energy. So that, I don't know what that 80 damage turns into, but significantly more than that. I think each of those items does like 30. So like 30 for the headband, 30 for the Snorlax. 30 for post-wick, and then 1 less energy cost, I think. So yeah, that becomes some good damage there. But it is a 3 energy cost. All right, this is a Surging Sparks. Throbbing Sparks. We have a basic darkness energy. Surging farts. Oh man. You ever have those surging farts after you're eating Taco Bell? Yeah. Kecleon. So Kecleon is kind of Mexican too, right? He's given some Mexican vibes. He's La Raza. Sobbing Sparks. Oh, for sure, dude. Expert Hider. If any damage is done to this Pokemon by attacks, flip a coin. If heads, prevent that damage. Hey, that's handy. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Do not apply weakness or resistance. Trapinch. Cryogonal. What is Cryogonal? Like, what is he? He's just like this weird thing. Crystallizing Pokemon is what it says. But he's just a shape. Sometimes these Pokemon they're just like abstract shapes. Oh, he's also a snowflake. I guess so, yeah. Uxie, this is like the knockoff Mew. Knowledge Pokemon. He's the snowflake Pokemon. Okay, I guess so. Yeah, I guess he's just a giant snowflake. I guess that makes sense. Meddling Memo. Your opponent counts the cards in their hands, shuffles those cards and puts them back at the bottom of their deck. If they do, they draw that many cards. So it's like an Iono, but just for your opponent. Like me! Magneton. Oh, so our friend Scraggle runs this in one of his, I think in his Joltik deck. And we learned something, that the Psyduck blocks his ability. Once during your turn, you may attach up to 3 basic energy cards from your discard pile to your electric Pokemon in any way that you like. If you use this ability, this Pokemon is knocked out. So the Psyduck prevents Pokemon that have to knock themselves out in order to use their ability. So that is blocked by that. Uxie, the Lake Trio are basically Mew siblings. Oh, is that what their story is? I don't... What game were they from? I don't know the lore of that one. Lycia's Appeal. Switch in one of your opponent's benched basic Pokemon to the active spot. If you do, the new active Pokemon is now Confused. Confused is kind of an underused status effect. Oricorio. Victini. This Victini pairs very well in the Ethan's Typhlosion deck to help it get a little bit of extra damage, but you really could use him in any fire type deck. Attacks used by your evolution fire Pokemon do 10 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. Oh, they're Ruby and Sapphire. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I never played those ones. And Iron Crown, which is the Virizion, the future version of the Virizion. Oh, it's their Creation Trio Protectors. All right, well, we got that one Meowth hit, but nothing else since then. All right, I've got 2 packs left over from the pre-release for the Perfect Order pre-release event. So we have 2 Perfect Order packs. We have the Zygarde and the Mega Clefable. We'll go with the Clefable one. Oh man, when we were at the event, the pre-release event, the guy sitting right next to me pulled the gold Zygarde card. Like, what luck, man. In his very first pack that he opened from the build and battle box, he pulled the gold Zygarde. How crazy. Pearl, Diamond, and Platinum. And he tried to look up like what it was worth, and it's not even it wasn't even listed anywhere, so he couldn't even check the value of it because it was so new. He was like literally the first person to pull the Zygarde. Rowlet. There's a new Decidueye in this set that it's kind of interesting. Amara. Hippopotas. Okay, do you say Hippopotas? Do you say Hippopotas? Hippopotas? How do you say it? Hippopotas? You love Amara? Okay, I'll set it aside for you. You can have this Amara. I pulled 2 Hollow Energy out of your battle box. Hey, that's not bad. I pulled a reverse hollow Pokepad, which was the most valuable card. Although, since the release of Perfect Orders, the price of Pokepads has like plummeted. So they went from being like $10 so I think they're like $3 or $4 now. I actually pulled a couple of the Amaros, and I think from the pre-release pack. So I've got extras. Hole Digging Shovel. Discard the top 2 cards of your deck. Why though? Why would you? What use would you want to do that? I guess if you use something like a Cypher Maniac or like an Academy at Night to stack the top of your deck, and then you can guarantee that you discard them. Hole digging as opposed to trench digging? Yeah, I know, right? What else would you use a shovel for? What other kind of digging do you do with a shovel? I wonder what the use case is for this. Aromatisse. Oh my goodness. So Molly, the deck that I built for Molly, she has an Aromatisse in there, but not from this set. But this one actually might be better to include in that deck because of its ability. Once during your turn, you may use this ability. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Psychic Energy cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. So I think that could be really, really useful, especially because she runs the what's his name? It's very like Native American coded, like a totem. It looks like a totem. Shit, what's his name? It's a really useful draw engine. Discarding energy for more damage. Yes, I think there's, but mostly for that. I can't remember the name of the Pokemon now. It's a stage 1 Pokemon, and he's like a bird, but he's like very like, he looks like a Native American like drawing, or something that you see carved on like a totem pole. Graveyard powered decks could potentially benefit from a discard. Yeah, maybe that's what it would be. Maybe that's what it... Natu, yeah. Natu and the Xatu. It's the Xatu. So the Xatu has an ability that allows you to attach an energy from your hand to one of your benched Pokemon, and if you do that, you get to draw, I think it's 1 card or 2 cards, I don't remember. So you use this one's ability to get 2 cards in your hand, and then attach them to your benched Pokemon via the Xatu, and then you're drawing cards. So you're like, it's a really good energy like battery, but also pops off your draw engine. So that could be very useful in her deck. Rose's Encouragement. Okay, so this card is new, and it seems kind of useful. You can use this card only if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent. Attach up to 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to one of your stage 2 Pokemon. So can be very, very useful for like a catch-up mechanic if you're using let's say like a Charizard, Mega Charizard or something, where you're discarding energies. You can play this to put them back on. So I might add this to my Mega Charizard deck. Mega Guardi? No. So the deck that I made her is it's a Clefairy and Clefable EX deck. So it uses the Clefable EX, the old school one, and then the Lily's Clefairy, just because she thinks they're cute. So that's kind of the theming of it. And that was a challenge of building a deck that works with the cute Pokemon. But I think it works okay. And with the addition of those ones, I think it could be really useful. But yeah, this card would be a good addition to my Charizard decks. I might set that one aside for that. Vivillon. Oh, I've been hearing about this one. Grand Wing. Once during your turn, you may use this ability. Your opponent shuffles their hand and puts it in the bottom of their deck. If they put any cards at the bottom of their deck this way, then draw 4 cards. Ooh, okay. Okay. That is something. Hand disruption as an ability. That is really handy, especially because you can use it every turn. So you have this guy sitting on your bench, and you make your opponent shuffle their hand and put it at the bottom of their deck and draw 4 cards. This would be very, very useful against like a I guess it would be good against Goldango, but Goldango's rotating out. But Alakazam, it would be really useful against. I'm gonna be so obnoxious and say Vivillon, very Frenchy. Oh, so like Vivian, like Vivian, like Papillon, like that movie Papillon. Fletchling, reverse hollow. Look, it's so reverse hollow that you can see my camera in the reflection. Oui, precisely. Le mot juste. Ooh, Ghastly. New Ghastly card. I love a good Gen 1 Pokemon. Surprise attack. Flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing. Is this better than the one that came out in Mega Evolution? Like the one that's in the Mega Gengar decks? And we got an EX, gang. Here we go. It is... Ooh, Yveltal EX.
Oh shit!
Very cool. It's a basic Pokemon. Knock out each of your opponent's Pokemon that has 50 HP or less remaining. Whoa, okay. That's pretty cool. And then Dark Strike. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't use Dark Strike. 210 damage. Okay, let's think about this, because that could be really, really useful in decks where you're like a Frostlass Monkey Dory, right? So you're constantly just dropping damage over the board. You use the Monkey Dory to move damage to somebody to take them under 50 HP, and then you're getting instant knockouts. And then if you needed to, you can pivot and do 210 damage. Now his HP is not very high, but interesting. There could be some cool use cases for this. You know, maybe if you had him in like a Mega Gengar deck, so that he would only be a 1-prizer Pokemon, pairing him up with let's see, Mega Gengar, and then the Seviper, which is it the Seviper that allows you to add energy to your bench Pokemon, but when you do, it adds 20 damage, and then Monkey Dory to send that damage across. I think that's how this guy would work well in that kind of combo. I mean, you don't necessarily need the Mega Gengar, but just yeah, poison decks I think would benefit from this Yveltal. Very cool. That's an interesting card. I am interested to see how I can make that one work in something. And Yveltal's kind of cool. What is he supposed to be anyway? He's just like a weird demon bird? Is that his deal? There's the other Yveltal, the little one that has that attack that your opponent can't retreat. Maybe like a Quetzal, like a Quetzalcoatl? Yeah, maybe. And he has free retreat, so that makes him a really handy card to use too. But he prevents your opponent from retreating and does 20 damage for 1 energy. Pretty decent. All right, here's our Zygarde Perfect Order pack. Here we go, gang. Do we have some magic here? And we got a little bit of time. I might do another pack or two after this. Here we go. Perfect Order. Come on, give me something good in the Perfect Order. We got Electric Energy, Binacle, So this was the deck standard that I got in the build and battle. So I got the Binacle and the Barbarical, and it was okay. I did all right with it. I think I went 2 and 2. Did we do 4 rounds or 3? I don't remember. Fletchinder, or was it Fletchinder? No one knows how to pronounce these. Staryu. I want that Mega Starmie. The one that's like very drag queen coded. Klefki. There you go, Zach. This one's for you. Keyring Pokemon. Oh, wow. Okay, so most people are drawing similarities with carrion birds or a long-tailed widow bird. Some folks think it's mythology-based for spooky death gods, creatures that take bird forms. Interesting. Well, he is a darkness-type Pokemon, so that would make sense. Can't really see it too well, like at that angle. There's also mention of a fungus called Devil's Fingers. That was my nickname in high school. Devil's Fingers. Raticate! Let's go. I actually really like the art on this Raticate. Oh god, that's one freaky fungus. Ooh, Jacynth. Heal 150 damage from one of your psychic Pokemon? Oh! That's a useful card. 150 damage from one of your psychic Pokemon. Holy shit, that could be very, very useful. Especially in something like a Lily's Clefairy, because Lily's Clefairy is kind of a squishy Pokemon, so 150 damage could be a lot. Some good cards in this set, man. Hippowdon, or is it Hippowdon? Or Hippowdon? Hippowdon? I say Hippowdon, but I think it is Hippowdon because the W there, and he's like Pow. He's a fighting type. Ooh, Datrix, Reverse Hollow, Leafage, Feather Shot. Discard all energy from this Pokemon, and this attack does 90 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Okay, so Dartrix there's a I forgot what the combo was, but there's like a card that you can use where Pokemon in play, evolution Pokemon in play, can use attacks from their previous evolutions. So for like 1 energy cost, you could do this attack, and that's really, really useful because you can bench snipe with it. Hippowdon. Oh, Hippowdon. No. Where are you getting the down from? Hippowdon? Maybe Hippowdon. But the 2 P's. Hippowdon. Hippowdon. Okay. Okay, I can see that. I don't know. I think it in the show it makes us sound like that. Oh, interesting. Well, and it's also, you know, the show is how seriously do we take the canon of the show, because the Pokemon in the show, they all just say their names, but they don't do that in the games. In the games, they have an actual cry. Ooh, guys, we got an Illustrator Rare. We got an Illustrator Rare. Hell yeah, in perfect order. This is the first big hit I've pulled in the perfect order set. Ooh, Talonflame. Ooh, look at that. That's cool. And I got that Fletchinder too earlier. We got the reverse fletching, and then we got the Fletchinder somewhere. I don't know if it was a reverse hollow. Look at that though. Ghost, you want to give me a price check on the Talonflame? It is a Talonflame 091 out of 88. 91 out of 88. It may not even be listed yet because the set just came out. And then lastly, we have the Superior. This one was was pretty tough to go against on the on the pre-release because it's a grass type, and two or three of the decks were fighting types that were weak against grass. $22? Hell yeah, for the Talonflame, let's go. That's got to be like pre-release price, because there's always like a thing that happens with a new set that comes out is like before the set is officially released, the cards are like incredibly valuable, but then for the next like 3 months, the price is just going to plummet of these cards as more and more get kind of saturated into existence. Okay, we've got about 10 minutes left before I want to hop off the stream. Let's do another pack or two. I'll pull one from the dispenser, and I deactivated the. Actually, no, what? I have some loose ones. These are left over from my Charizard UPC. Mega Evolution and Phantasmal Flames. We'll do a Mega Evolution first. I've not opened a lot of these. Yeah, anytime a new set comes out, like, the prices just instantly skyrocket, but then over the next couple of months, it'll start to stabilize. And I think, you know, the ones that skyrocketed the most, they'll come down significantly, but they'll still be pretty pricey. Tink-a-Tink. Oh, he looks so sad. Ooh, a new Greyavard. Do you have this one, Ghost, from Mega Evolution? He's a cute boy. Stampede and Takedown. This Pokemon does 10 damage to itself. Sandshrew. You do have this one. Okay. Sandshrew. I like the art design on the background here. It's like a very like heavy border. I don't know. It looks like a abstract painting. Really cool. Spearow. Okay. In the Gen 1 Pokemon games, which bird type Pokemon did you prefer? Did you prefer the Pidgey or the Spearow? I think in the long term, Pidgey is better, but in the early game, I think Spearow is better because when you catch it right away, it already knows a bird type move. It knows Drill Peck, or Peck. Is it just Peck or Drill Peck? I don't remember. Which is really useful against the bug types in the Viridian Forest, which is like the second or third location that you start off in the game. But Pidgey doesn't learn a bird type, a flying type move until Gust, which I think is like level 20, I think. I thought about getting a Pidgey tattoo instead of an Alolan Raichu just for the sheer number of pigeons that... and don't feed the birds signs I saw in Hawaii. I think the surfing Raichu is more suiting, though. I think that was a good choice. Volcanion. So I run this one in my Mega Charizard deck because of his first attack, Singe. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. So burn is actually a really cool status effect. You take 20 damage at the start of Pokemon Checkup, and then they have to flip to see if they remain burned. But they will take the 20 damage first. And then their attack backfire for 3 fire energies. Remember, for 3 energies, put 2 fire energy, attach this Pokemon into your hand. Premium Power Pro, the old Powerade. Tangrowth. I don't like Tangrowth, but I guess it makes sense. It evolves from the Tangela. They never gave it a stage 2, did they? We have a reverse hollow Fighting Gong. Search your deck for a basic fighting energy card or a basic fighting Pokemon, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Very useful for fighting decks. Routes, Reverse Hollow. And lastly, the Alakazam. Alakazam. This Alakazam can be nasty. Especially because their deck relies on so much draw that once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may use this ability to draw 3 cards. So every stage of evolution of the Alakazam line allows you to draw more cards, and their attack for only 1 energy, place 2 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon for each card in your hand. So this Alakazam can do massive damage. But you have to play a big hand in order to get the full benefit of that. And it is very susceptible to cards like Xerosix's Machinations, which is an absolute menace against the Alakazam. And because it doesn't do damage, but it places damage counters, that is technically an effect of an attack, not doing damage. It's an effect of attack, which completely gets shut down by Mist Energy. So you can completely stall out an Alakazam player if you are running Mist Energy. But most Mist Alakazam players will run a Enhanced Hammer, which allows you to discard a special energy card attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon, so that gets it back in play. Did I play Pokopia yet? I don't know if that game doesn't really sound super interesting to me. Although Izzy's trying to get me to get it for Molly so she can play it with him. I don't know. It doesn't seem like my type of game. Although I know people love it and it's really popular. The professor in that game is a Tangrowth? Really? The professor is a Pokemon? Interesting. All right, last pack of the night, gang. Phantasmal Flames. Do we get some last pack magic? Do we hear it? Let's hear some hype in the chat for the last pack of the night. And then we'll do a recap of the hits. All right, here we go. Starting with the Water Energy. The classic Water Energy. Nimble. I have pulled, I think, 2 of the IRs of the Nimble. Misdreavus. Duraludon. Man, Duraludon's big. It weighs 82 pounds and it's 5'11". That's like taller than most people. It's a big ass Pokemon. Carvana. Grimsley's Move. Very, very useful card. I like this card. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck and put a Darkness Pokemon you find there onto your bench. Shuffle your other cards and put them at the bottom of your deck. You can't use this card during your first turn. So Grimsley's Move is great because if you're running Stage 2 Pokemon, Darkness type Pokemon in your deck, you get to put, say that Mega Gengar straight to your bench without having to evolve into it. And that can be really, really, really useful. Now, it's hoping that you have them at the top of your deck, which, chances are you may not. But that can be a very, very handy way to turn the tables really quickly and catch back up. Alcremie. Haunter. Ooh, Absol. Absol's cool. What's his deal? He's like a Sphinx. Disaster Pokemon is what he's called. Why is he a disaster? Ambipom. So I have a bunch of Ambipoms that I pulled from the Pokemon Go sets. For some reason, that was like the Pokemon that I pulled the most was Ambipoms and Apoms. And lastly, we got an illustrator. A full art. A full art, gang. We have, ready for it? Oricorio EX. Oh shit! I wish I would have pulled this before I ordered some of these. Oricorio EX, very, very useful card, especially in the Mega Charizard decks because of its ability. as often as you like during your turn. If you have any Fire Mega Evolution Pokemon EXs in play, you may use this ability. Attach a basic energy card from your hand to one of your benched Fire Pokemon. So what that means is you're going to combo a Fire Breather, which allows you to search your deck for 7 Fire energies, put them into your hand. So then you got 7 energies in your hand. Then using the Oricorio's ability, you load them all up onto the Mega Charizard, and then you can attack for tons of damage. I was always under the impression that he had to be a very emo Pokemon. Oh, he kind of looks like it. And then the Mega Absol looks even more emo, I think. 'Cause tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again. All right, gang, let's do a quick recap here. So we got some cool pools here. Let's go through our holos and reverse holos first. God, the origin section on Bulbapedia is a term paper. Really? Does it get that deep? All right, we got the Routes, Absol, Ghastly, Delmise, Ludicolo, Goldengo, or Goldengo, however you want to say it, Ambipom, Alakazam, Serperior, Hopsis Dubwool, Cofagrigus, Noibat, Enzclang, Rotom or Rotom, however you want to say it, Wailord, Fletchling, Oricorio, Ethan's Quilava, Dartrix, Iron Crown, Victini, Graplocked, Zarude, and Team Rocket's Articuno. Those were the holos and reverse holos of the set. And then the hits of the night, the big hits of the night, we ended up with an Oricorio EX full art, the Talonflame illustrated rare. Did we ever get a price check on this one? Talonflame 91 from Perfect Order, Yveltal EX, and the big hit of the night was the Team Rocket's Meowth. Very, very, very cool. All right, I'm gonna take a picture of these. Okay, gang, so that was a ton of fun, and hey, we're only 1 sub away from our sub goal. We'll save that for the next stream. Ghost, if you are available on Thursday, we can do some more Resident Evil 5. So yeah, Thursdays we're doing Resident Evil, Tuesdays we're doing Pokemon, so you can catch us again on Thursday night for some more Spectre Vision. 7 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Central. It may be based on Baizai, which is a creature from the Chinese mythology, with further references later down the line in Japan. It's a whole movement. Others do mention the Sphinx and death symbolism, as well as Angels of Death. I gotta check out Bulbapedia and just kind of scroll around through there and just kind of learn a bunch of lore. Yes, we did get Talonflame. Oh, it was $22. Okay, yes. I must have just completely spaced it. I don't know why. Yes, you're free. Okay, hell yeah, dude. Let me set up a raid here, and let's send a raid out to... Who do we got? We got any friends online that are streaming right now? Let's see. Ooh, let's go say hi to Clever Moose. They're playing some Don't Starve Together. Ah, that's a fun game. I haven't played that game in a while. Ghost, we've been getting into Raft. So we got that the other day, and Molly is currently playing it right now, and she has become obsessed. And that's been a fun game. We got to get you that game, and you can play with us. All right, so yeah, remember, 7 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Central on Thursday for some more Spectrovision. We'll be continuing our playthrough of Resident Evil 5, Ghost and I. Until then, I hope you all have a great night. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and take care of your pets. So long, fuckers. Have a great night. Stay tuned for the raid. Bye.
For the raid. How you doing?